Alright, so what about soft skills? Soft skills are normally requirement that they list out in the job advertisement. Okay, and these soft skill you don't really have to match based on your certificate. You know, don't really have so much of a proof. You can really match based on your experience. For example, if in the job advertisement it says that they want someone with excellent oral and written communication and negotiation, so you want to match that, okay, someone with excellent oral and written communication. So you can match by saying, for example, you have presented at multiple conferences in the 3 years that you have been as a graduate student. Okay, and you can even list out where you have presented in your conferences. Okay, so that match oral communication skill. Okay, or if you want to demonstrate excellent analytical and mathematical skill, so you can even include maybe you have taken a minor subject on mathematics, or maybe if your course is engineering and there is a subject on mathematics, you can say achieved 98% percentage. Okay, achieved 98% on mathematical statistical subject. See, you match. Okay, that's how you match. That is soft skill. Okay, so remember, for soft skill, you can't just simply write down your soft skill. You know, like I said, one resume you can't use for all type of job. You need to tweak and change your resume based on the job advertisement. So each job would have a separate resume. Of course, the main of it would still be the same. You know, you can just have one that is ready and just change, tweak here and there based on the requirement of the job advertisement. Okay. Right. Next one is industry knowledge. This is actually a plus point. For example, if you are applying for mechanical engineering, okay, position, and you have applied a certificate for engineering, you know, you have the IR in front of your name, or maybe you have went for extra courses or extra certificate to get in terms of, you know, that would help you in terms of being a good engineer, you need to include here, okay, whatever knowledge that is related to your job. For engineering, I'm sure there's so many certificate and so many courses that is beyond, you know, what you get from university. Okay, you can't include that. The university one is already, you have included at the top of your resume. This is extra that you went outside, you paid your own money, okay, or you take certificate, or you take exam for engineering. This is where you include. Okay, and of course, anything that makes you special. Okay, for this one, you're actually trying to show off. They did not ask this, but you have this ability. Maybe, for example, you were the assistant coach of JDT, or maybe, you know, you assistant coach, you know, part-time job. Maybe you're so good at football, or maybe you're so good in a certain component that, you know, you work part-time job as assistant coach. You know, because assistant coach, there's so many, not one. You know, they have like departments. Okay, assistant coach for goalkeepers, assistant coach for training, assistant coach for you know, for drill, things like that. So maybe you were one of the assistant coach. So you can put that, because that is actually a skill. That is part of your soft skill. It shows that you are good at team management, you are good at negotiation, you are good at communication, you have good leadership skill. Okay, something extra that is not required, but you want to say, I have this. Or maybe you have climbed Mount Everest, or maybe you have climbed Mount Kinabalu. You can put that. It shows your leadership skill. It shows your resilience. You don't give up easily. You have strong character. Okay. So there are two types of resume: traditional resume and also modern resume. Okay. Now, straight away, from the name itself, you know, traditional resume is one you have to do it step by step on your own. Everything you have to fill out, the headings, the information, you have to do it on your own, and it's quite very straightforward. It's quite boring compared to the modern resume, whereby you can just, you know, there's so many free websites where you just fill in your information and they straight away create that template, that infographic template. It's very colorful, it's very vibrant, there's pictures, there's data, statistic, you know, things like that. So, however, not every single time you can use modern resume. If you are applying for government jobs, or, you know, contracting firms, consulting firm, law firm, accounting firm, or even they themselves in the job requirement, they say, we would like you to send in a traditional resume, because they know that is actually the best way to assess you. That would be part of the test to see whether you can do a traditional resume. That would be part of the skill they want to assess. Then that's why you need to know how to write a traditional resume. You can't straight away just depend on online, on modern resume. You still need to know how to write a traditional resume. Okay, and don't worry, I'll show you an example later, and you can even look at this link. Okay, I'll post it in our Google Classroom for examples of traditional resume. Okay, and then of course modern resume is infographic. Okay, for example, and if you're applying for jobs in creative industries or creative position, and modern companies, then of course, and if they specifically say, okay, we want a modern resume, then you provide them a modern resume. This would be a bit more easier. You just fill in information, they will create the layout for you. Okay. Now, one thing that you have to remind yourself, as I said, you can't create one resume and just leave it like that and just forward to 10, 30, 20 different companies. No, you have to keep modifying your resume. Okay, whenever you went for extra courses, whenever you take a different exam, or you went for seminars or conferences, or you present somewhere, you have to keep updating. And also pay particular attention to the requirement of the job. If let's say the job requires you to have a certain skill, then you have to match. You can't use the same resume. You have to tweak. You have to change the resume to match. Every single time you have to match depending on the job requirement. Okay. And of course, okay, that would be it.